My guest today says Bitcoin is the safe bet after moving his firm's cash to crypto, and a pretty big chunk of it, 425 million of it. Please welcome MicroStrategy's Michael Saylor to the show. Welcome. Nice to meet you, Michael.
Great to be here.
So you definitely made headlines this past week with a big move into the cryptocurrency world here, 425 million. Do you sleep well at night with this move, Michael?
Much better after the move than before the move.
All right, well, let's talk about that, because I like one quote where you said you were sitting on, what, a $500 million melting ice cube. Why do you see it like that?
Well, you know, for the last decade, I didn't pay much attention to macroeconomics. And I just thought of it as we had a conservative treasury policy and we had $500 million or more, and we're going to generate 2 or 3% interest on it, and we'll use it when we need it. But of course, over the past year or so, that interest rate went from 2 to 0. And then everybody woke up to the world of macroeconomics this year because we had the largest intervention of the Federal Reserve maybe in the history of the country. Right. And that drew me into a deep dive, and I started studying the expansion of the monetary supply, and I realized that for the past decade, the monetary supply has been expanding by 7%. And the actual inflation rate on assets is not 2%. The inflation rate on assets is 7 to 8% if you were holding equity, and the inflation rate on a bond is 22% if you were holding a long bond. And now I realize that the estimate for the next few years has got to be 10% or more. And so when you start thinking about your cost of capital being 10% and you're holding 500 million in cash that's yielding 0, I realize my real yield is negative 10% at least for the next 3 years. And so I imagined $150 million getting burned or melted away, and it made me very anxiety-ridden.
Wow. So Michael, when we're talking, or when people think about where to diversify and alternative asset classes, the two classes that come to mind and are most popular, of course, Bitcoin and gold. Why not gold, Michael?
I considered gold, and then I started studying the two, and then I realized that gold miners are going to produce about 2% more gold every year. And then I realized that there's a possibility over the next 100 years that more than 2% of gold will be increased. But let's just say in the best of the world, for 100 years, we produce 2% more gold. That means $100 million will be debased down to $12.5 million in 100 years. But on the other hand, Bitcoin is exponentially going to infinity stock to flow. There's never going to be more than 21 million Bitcoin. So you're really talking about at most diluting $100 million of Bitcoin by 10 million over the 100 years. And given the fact that Bitcoin is an infinitely hard asset, whereas gold can be produced by human beings given enough incentive, I realized that over the long term, Bitcoin is the harder asset than gold.
Interesting. See, so when I speak to gold bugs, and I speak to many big gold bugs, their main argument right now is when the money starts leaving the bond market, which it already has, it will naturally flow into gold, and that's what will drive gold to $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 an ounce. What are your thoughts on that reasoning?
I don't think it's a very intellectually deep argument. For example, I do believe that money will flow from the market to something different. And by the way, gold would be my number 2 choice. But if you double the price of gold, you're going to double the incentive of miners to produce gold. And if gold goes up by a factor of 10, human beings have a way of putting capital in the mining and ingenuity, and they'll invent better ways to mine it. And at some point, they'll melt down their jewelry or they'll find other gold. On the other hand, if Bitcoin goes up by a factor of 10, no amount of investment in Bitcoin mining can produce more Bitcoin. It's extremely hard. So the history of commodities, and gold is simply the most pristine of all commodities. The history of commodities is that when the price goes up, human ingenuity and human capital produces more. And we have in front of our face the best example, which is fracking. The country had an oil capacity limit, and we thought it was a problem. And when oil prices got to $100 a barrel, we invented fracking. The amount of oil produced in the United States went from 5 million barrels a day to 10 million barrels a day in 5 years. There's no oil crisis in America anymore. And so really anything that can be produced by people at a high enough price will be produced.
But if we look at how many new gold mines, yes, they are still mining gold, but I mean, a really big gold discovery. It's been years, Michael.
Given enough money and given enough wherewithal, no one's going to melt down their Bitcoin jewelry to sell at a certain price, right? And the key point here is if I put $100 billion into gold mining, I will produce more gold. How much more we can debate. If I put $100 billion into Bitcoin mining, I will produce no more Bitcoin. I will just produce more security, right? It's impossible even if you put $1 trillion into Bitcoin mining, it's impossible to produce more than 21 million Bitcoin. All you're doing is making the network better and safer. But at $1 trillion of gold mining, you will produce more gold. We're just going to debate about how much gold you're going to produce.
Do you think we'll see a shift? Because we see central banks buying gold, right? And that was a signal, I would say, at the start of this year and last year when there was record buying from central banks. Could we see that happening with Bitcoin?
You know, I think that Bitcoin is digital gold, and that means it's faster. I can move it 1,000 places in a couple of seconds. It's stronger. I can pledge $100 million of it for 3 hours in Japan on a Saturday afternoon, right? It's smarter. I can write a computer program that'll slice it in 1 million pieces and do complicated things with it. It's only going to get better every year forever because it's software. And what that means is people that are attracted to Apple and Amazon and Google and Facebook, because they're smarter, faster, stronger networks, they're going to be attracted to Bitcoin. Logically, that means, by the way, central banks weren't buying Apple, Amazon, Facebook, and Google initially. It'll first be technology investors, then it will be super high net worth individuals, it'll be private companies, it'll be public companies, it'll be the institutions that bought Apple stock. Eventually, Warren Buffett bought Apple stock, but he bought it 10 years after I bought it, right? So eventually then you read about central banks today buying the NASDAQ today, right? But 5 years ago, central banks wouldn't have bought NASDAQ stock. So maybe they'll get there, but it's going to be a natural adoption cycle with waves of other investors taking the asset position first.
You've also said, Michael, that the Bitcoin reserve holdings could be liquidated at any time, even on any given Saturday, for example.
Yeah, that's been misinterpreted.
Yeah.
What I mean is that Bitcoin is the best security and the most liquid security invented in the history of the world.
Okay.
There's never been a security, you can't convert dollars into yen on Saturday afternoon. You
Gotcha.
can't sell gold on Saturday afternoon. You can't sell Apple, Amazon, Facebook, or government debt on Saturday afternoon. With Bitcoin, you can get a bid on it in any currency, any hour of the day, 365 days a year, which means you can market to market at all times. We've never, in the history of the world, had a liquid security that you could mark to market everywhere on earth, every minute of the day, no holidays. And that's what makes it an extraordinarily pristine asset.
Michael, I know that folks like, and pundits like Max Kaiser and Raoul Pal very much share your vision and your vision of Bitcoin. And they have very bullish calls on Bitcoin. I mean, Raoul Pal, the last one I saw was, it could go to 1 million. What kind of forecast do you hold?
I believe that the price of Bitcoin and the value of Bitcoin is going to go up as more people adopt it as their treasury reserve asset, as the technical utility increases, as the productivity of all the people that adopt it goes up, they'll sweep their cash flows into it. And then as the inflation rates of all the fiat currencies it trades in increases, and I'm talking about asset inflation rates, like the 10% a year, I'm not talking about CPI inflation rates. Those four drivers are going to drive it up. At what rate? I'm not a trader. I don't really respect traders, tell you the truth. Like, I'm not in the market to buy it this week, sell it next week, and buy it back the next week. I'm more in the Warren Buffett school of thought, which is you buy it because you expect to hold it forever. And it will go up over time. I just don't know at what rate and to what level, except obviously, I believe it's extraordinarily valuable.
Now, you hold 73% of your company's voting shares, but I still want to know, when you showed up on whatever day that was with your new strategy here, what was the reaction like?
I think, are you speaking about
the company?
Okay, our employees?
Yes.
They're very excited because they think it's a very progressive move. People are, our company's full of technology lovers, and Bitcoin is digital gold. It's the dematerialization of gold in the same way that Apple dematerialized your camera and Facebook dematerialized your photos and Google dematerialized your library. So it's really cool to be on the edge of the virtual wave where you're doing something that's going to be 1,000,000 times better than what came before it.
And Michael, finally, as the CEO of a huge company, moving into Bitcoin, obviously there's a fear of the value of the US dollar, of what will happen to the currency, what will happen to our economy. How do you see things?
I think that inflation is a vector. And that means that there are some assets like YouTube views and manufacturable goods that are not that are very abundant, and they're not going to inflate very fast. I think that there are going to be scarcer assets that will inflate faster. And I think the pure financial instruments and assets will inflate even faster than that. So as we produce more money, I think we'll have a range of inflation rates from 0% to 25%.
Wow.
I think that, for example, bonds have been inflating at 20% a year for a decade. You could have spent $1 million on a bond in 2010 that paid you $50,000 a year in interest. This year, you would pay $10 million for the same bond. It's a 22% inflation rate. I think that we're going to see those sort of products continue to inflate. I think that eventually there'll be consequences and there'll be changes in behavior. As for how that balances out, it's very complicated. It's unclear, except for the fact you don't want to be holding assets with a negative real yield.
So is inflation, as Alan Greenspan said recently, the greatest threat to the economy right now?
I think so.
All right, Michael Saylor, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks, Danielle.
And thank you.
Well, good morning. Good morning. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Mighty Monday Power Call. I think we got a little something to talk about. What do you guys think? I'm telling you, I just wanted to share a little bit of some information and a little motivation. And I can tell in the chat that some of you guys were actually motivated. So I want to welcome you here. I'm Dr. Rhonda Hollins. That's my husband, Dr. David. He should be on the platform as well.
Yeah, I'm here, right here with my class. I'm waiting for you.
Oh, cool. Well, hello, everybody, again. For our guests that are brand new with us, we want to welcome you to our Wealth Builders Monday morning power call. We have a lot to talk about, a lot to share, and we want to hear definitely from a lot of our team members and leaders from across the country. We are full-time retired industry professionals and just loving the opportunity to be free and working so diligently on all of that, not only time freedom, but financial freedom. So you are in the right place, and we're certainly advocates for everything that you're about to see. So hold tight and hang in there with us here for just a moment, and we will definitely show you some information, share some things with you. All right, so let me move here. What we need for you to do right now is type your name in the chat and where you're calling from. We want to know who's joining us from all across the country, and certainly if you're a guest with us, we need to know that you're here. And the moderators are going to give me a hand with helping to welcome you here. So let's see who we have on the platform today. All right, Carolyn Brown. All right, Joey from Nigeria. Let's see here. It's moving so quickly. I need some help.
Rayfish Jones in the building.
In the house.
Sophia X Clark in the house. Coach KG, Karen Johnson Gilliam in the building.
Going fast.
With the bid, held to speak
Cole
Knox in the house. Keisha McKnight in the building.
Fred Gapson in the
Raymond
building.
Higgins in the house.
And Anthony Chena from Nigeria.
Wow.
Mr. Winfred Straw.
Alicia Whitehead in the house. Close Cox in the building. Honorable expert
Brother Eric Ture Muhammad.
Is in the house.
Dr. Rosie Brown.
Heavenly Nails in the building.
Brother Kwame is in the house.
Brother Grundy in the elevation.
Yes.
Millie Thornton Smith.
Eric Williams out of Texas.
Saline, Texas.
Sharon
Awesome.
Boykin.
Yes, indeed. Meryl Anderson. How about that? Welcome.
Royal
you guys.
straight out of Compton. Oh,
And those two
Dante
doctors
Taylor
are
in
in
the
the house.
building. Taylor gang.
Taylor gang.
Dr. Patrice Gordon is in the house. How about
Those
that?
two doctors in the building. Let's go.
We're here. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you guys so much for that. And I tell you what, it's just such an amazing morning to be here. We have so many things going on today. We don't want anybody to certainly miss that. Let me get a few little things, housekeeping out of the way here first. But for our guests, we need for you to know exactly what we do and what we're about. You're probably seeing that beautiful globe of Wealth Builders. Well, who is it? What's the mission about? Okay, well, we're going to have that shared with you this morning by Miss Kathy Chapman out of Houston, Texas. So Miss Kathy, take it away.
This is
our Wealth Builders worldwide mission to provide individuals worldwide with the tools required to enhance their lives, achieve their dreams, and build massive wealth. We are salespeople. We are a sales team. We do not sell products, goods, or services. We sell people on the infinite possibilities of their lives and the power of their dreams. We sell people on never giving up. We know this is a noble cause. So get back with the person that invited you to this call and let them know that you are ready to go. Back to you.
Thank you. Awesome job. Awesome job. Well, I tell you what, I can't wait to get to this part. And here we are, the pre-call recap. Boy, I tell you what, it's just an amazing thing to sit back and watch. But I hope that you were seeing and hearing and also taking some notes on what you just saw. So with that, Dr. Hollins and I, we're going to share a little bit of our thoughts on what we saw, and certainly want to hear from you guys too. So Mr. Michael Saylor, that guy there, the first thing I heard out of his mouth was cash to crypto. And when you can take a company and move $425 million, oh my goodness. What does that say, Dr. David?
Wow. So all I can say is, wow, Dr. Ron, here's the thing I want to talk about. The main thing, but the first word out of my mouth is pristine asset. Pristine assets. What is that all about? We have something really special here in our hands, ladies and gentlemen. What I just heard this morning, I'm wearing my gold glasses here this morning, and I got my gold coffee mug. I just can't wait, because we have something that's pristine. Pristine asset.
That's right.
Dr. Ron, he talked about this, what is this, micro or macro technology?
Yes.
That was really something there, because, I never thought about that, but, things come in small forms, and we're involved with this Bitcoin craze, and it comes in little bitty forms, You don't have to get the whole Bitcoin. You can have pieces of it. And what I like that he talked about, we're gold guys. We believe in this gold. We got our gold. But I heard something interesting. And he said, if we mine the gold to get $100 billion or 2% over the next, 100 years? But in Bitcoin, we can get that 100 billion in the next, 10 years. Now, that told me something right there. The gold is great, but Bitcoin is going faster. He called Bitcoin, what I heard, and I don't know about you, but I heard something called digital gold, digitalized gold. He said it's faster, stronger, smarter, and it was software. You can move it in a day. Did you hear that?
Yes, I did. The cool thing, his number one Bitcoin, his number two gold, and that's fine. But guess what? We've got both of those working for us, don't we?
That's right.
And the Bitcoin is our GSP payment system. So it doesn't get any better than that. But he talked about the drivers that will drive even that Bitcoin up, which is more people adopting it, technology increasing. We see that happening. And productivity, in other words, people and companies utilizing this as their monetary system. And I just am excited about that, because we get a chance to share our business with all merchants, business owners, everyone out there, and help them to do the same thing. And of course, inflation rates.
Hold on a second. You went over something so fast. One of the things, that technology. And see, they talk about this technology, the investors are coming. The technology investors are coming first, because they see this new technology. And this technology is going to be migrating and moving into all companies and all forms of payment. So that technology is coming first. And this is what we have to do. As a team, as well, we have to get on board and update about technology. So I just don't want that to slip past you. You're going so fast there this morning. Boy, that technology is addition. That's what the Bitcoin all about.
That's right. That's right. But I also, as you note right there, says he doesn't know about the G999 yet. So
he doesn't. I checked.
Boy, I tell you, it's amazing. But we're in the right place at the right time, and that's basically what you need to have heard from that message, is that we have exactly what these top investors are looking for right here in the palms of our hand. And then finally, that wonderful message that you guys saw in the last video. This is what Mr. Joseph Haidt is all about. This is what all that travel was about. You know, we got to see the beautiful travel, the connections, you know, hitting 4 different countries in one day. But personal business relationships are very important to us. And so even in lockdown, we visit our contract partners because we care for them and their investments. And that resonates with me because the key word there is relationships. And that's what each and every one of us is doing is we introduce our businesses to other people. We're building strong relationships. So if the chairman of the board is building relationships and he's doing his part on his level for us, Dr. David, isn't it only fair that we do our part for him?
We got to keep building. That's what this business is all about. Mr. Best said it's best. It's about relationship business and building that relationship. You know, I don't want to leave this fact before we leave here and bring on our guests this morning and talk about this. But, you know, one of the things he said about this technology and this Bitcoin craze, he said it's got the best security and it's the most liquid security. What? It's really liquid and you can move it. Said Bitcoin, it can go up faster than anything else. And of course, I can move around, but it's liquid. You can pull it quickly. But Rhonda, he said this, that's 4 things. When people start adopting to the technology, you know, in other words, supply demand start coming down and more people are gonna want it. Also that productivity goes up when people start getting things going again and working and the inflation rate going through the roof, you know, from 0 to 25% inflation. Get ready, that's coming, guys. And then this technology take off. That's what we all about. And that's what this, I'm so happy to be a part of this time with the company. Baby, you're so right. You got to build those relationships. Back to you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thanks so much. And I can't wait to hear from our leadership and just can't wait to hear some of the thoughts from our leaders right here on this platform. So we're going to keep it moving. But before that, we're going to have a word from our sponsors. So stay tuned for just a moment. And after that, I will be introducing our senior leadership here with this company. So a word from our sponsors.
How may I help you?
I want to open a staking account.
The chairman awaits you.
Welcome to GSB. Here are your staking options. Are you ready for staking? Now you are ready.
All right, and without further ado, our senior leadership here, it is just such an awesome pleasure for me to introduce this power couple right here. And this, by the way, happens to be former bankers, mortgage bankers, corporate trainers, Mr. Michael and Miss Monisha Dalco. And I tell you what, there's a reason that they're called power couples here. And you see, red is not just for the Christmas holiday, but you just saw that in the video. And guess what? There we go, right there. That lets you know.
I got my red on too. I do have some red on too. I got some red. Look.
That's right. But ladies and gentlemen, you know, it's amazing to have individuals that give their heart, give their time, and not only, you know, have a former powerful background, but I'm talking about one of the executive board members of the company that you just saw is with us here on this platform. So Mr. Michael Delco, if you're able to.
Dr. Rhonda, before you bring him out, I'd just like to know, why did you point out the red shoes?
Right. That's what I was exactly. I see circle red shoes. Okay, Dr. Rhonda, that's a lady thing. It's a lady thing. I get it. Thank you so much, Dr. Rhonda, Dr. David. It's so good to see both you guys. Me and my wife are in love with y'all, so it's just a brand new family. And it's just an honor to be in the business with you. And just in case y'all didn't know, Dr. David and Dr. Rhonda are absolutely killing and crushing GS Partners. I mean, you click on their circle, and it goes just like a matrix movie. They are killing this thing, and I'm so excited for y'all. And so many things I want to talk about, but I'll just abbreviate it in just a couple of brief points. One, only the Hollands, well, maybe not, but because all the moderators are fabulous, but indeed the Hollands would bring us this kind of firepower today. And I just have to say, I thank God. Excuse me for my Pentecostal upbringing. I'm about to go in right now because I just thank God for ordering steps. Look, guys, look, gold was everything while it was. And yes, Bitcoin was on the market, but there was no way to really profit from the Bitcoin market other than to trade it and know when to get in and out of it, to ride the waves, the ups and downs of the asset. As soon as the first opportunity to earn Bitcoin and Ethereum in real time and instant payments by referring other people, as Mr. Best has taught us for 7 years, as soon as the first opportunity that really capitalizes on that shows up. Oh, and don't forget, gold, silver, palladium, platinum, diamonds, they will be showing up in the next 12 months. Don't get it twisted, and it will be digitized. So as soon as the perfect opportunity that encapsulates everything that that gentleman, Mr. Michael Sell, was talking about, shows up, divinity places it right in our hands, right in our hands. Like literally, you can't make this stuff up, in the words of Bishop Sutton. You can't make this up. We're just riding gold and stacking our gold coffers, building wealth with gold. As soon as the time is right, he sets it in your hand while you were sleeping with no effort on our part. He lays it on our desk. And here we are now, right in line with the multimillionaires and billionaires who are dropping $500 million in an asset. We're right here getting paid in it without dropping all that money. Oh my gosh, that is so amazing. Whew. Like the preacher say, excuse me, boy, that is amazing. Guys, if you put a little bit of thought into that, you won't walk around the house, you'll skip. You will skip around the house. The second thing, Dr. Rhonda played Mr. Joseph Haidt's lifestyle video and how he travels from continent to continent doing meetings. And I feel so privileged, and sometimes I want to feel small in a Zoom room meeting with him 2 or 3 times a week. And then Spirit of God says, you're not small, brother. You're right where you're supposed to be. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me.
We hear you. Come on now.
And that gentleman, with all that wealth and abundance and resources, we're on the phone with him sometimes, and he'll say, no worries. Don't worry about it. I take care of it. Somebody tries to do that fake news on the internet about our company. He said they will be down tomorrow. And he hits you with 20 different articles from news press releases all over the world showing what credible sources GS Partners boasters. And then he'll put his own Google resume out there, never been arrested, no legal injunctions, no lawsuits, nothing. The man operates like a financial guru out there in the marketplace. He is well respected, flies on his own private jet, homes all over the world, and yet he'll sit in the boardroom with me and other people on the council. He's never asking, what can y'all do for me? He's always asking, what can I do for you? We said we need this, and this. We need this personnel. We need these people in the corporate staff. And he says, consider it done. That's the caliber of chairman. He's not even the CEO. He's the chairman of the board of GS Partners, Gold Standard Bank, and GS Trade. He's the chairman of the board. He's the parent of the umbrella company. And he's assigning CEOs over all these companies. Came down here and hand-selected Wealth Builders Worldwide's leader to be one of the top legs in the 5-leg organization direct to the company, in my brother, Mr. Ty Best. I'm at the verge of tears right now. I can't tell you how blessed we are. In case you didn't know, try to extrapolate something from my passion right now. We are blessed beyond belief. Don't count this thing light. Don't fall short on your ability to succeed in this business. We are blessed beyond belief. I can't think of anything but God who could position us and place one step after the other, just like this. It's just so good. I was about to say too good. There's no such thing as too good when it comes to infinite potential. It's so good. So yeah, guys, throw your red bottom tennis shoes on, get out there in the marketplace, and let people know what we have to offer. Don't stand in the way of someone else's freedom. I feel like I need, last thing. I know it's a lot. Last thing. I woke up this morning to Alice Kokendow texting all of us and saying, do you guys want to take a test drive on the new platform? I'm like, new platform? Guys, do not miss today's call at 2:00, and don't let anyone on your team miss it. I just posted it in the group, in our Wealth Builders Telegram group. I also posted it here. I'm going to post it again because I know y'all are excited and y'all are chatting a lot. So I'm posting it again. There it is. Do not let anyone miss this event today at 2:00. Big, happy Christmas surprises for all of y'all. And I told you, have $200 in Bitcoin on your platform, and somebody texted me and they said, I thought it was 149. Yes, it's 149, unequivocally 149. But what if Bitcoin drops? Then you're not gonna have enough Bitcoin, right? So I said 200, so you'll have more than enough. You want to be ready to go tomorrow, exactly on time. And trust me, when I say exactly on time, you want to be ready to go. Let me clear up another bit of what might be confusion in the future about tomorrow. If someone in your organization gets their package before you, the system is already programmed to not allow you to miss any commissions. Just keep in mind what I said. Be ready to go on day one. Just remember what I said. Be ready to go on day one. You don't have to race and say, hold up, wait, I'm up line from you. Let me get mine first. You don't have to do that. They are so smart over there in Romania, our programming team. Just be ready to go on day one. That's what I want to say to you. They've got it already programmed to take care of you so that nothing is missed. This is amazing. Big surprises today on the call. I'm talking too much. Back to you, Dr. Rhonda, Dr. David.
Look, I'm like, keep it. Mr. Delco, thank you so much for that. I'm just feel like a little basket of emotion here. And it's like it's already Christmas for us. Forget those gifts back there behind you. This is Christmas. This is our gift to you guys.
It was, Dr. David, it was a tough year. I don't like to say a bad year, because that dispels ebb and flow, day and night, good and bad, light and dark, black and white. There's dichotomies and everything. That's just life. But it was a tough year. It really was a tough year.
It was.
And the end of the year is almost like a foreshadowing of what's coming. We're in pre-launch. Think about that. It's like December is redeeming all of 2020. There are people who are making more money in December than they made all year because of this opportunity. December to remember, Ty Best.
So right, sir. You're right. You see our gifts all around us, right? Got all the gifts back there. We're ready.
That's how God does it. That's how God does it. We are his children, and this is how he does it. So everybody, just like Mr. Delco said, we are blessed beyond measure. Our cups are actually overflowing. Some people on here don't even know what's going on, and they have overflowing cups.
Can I say one more thing? Can I say one more thing? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna tell you, like, I'm about to preach. So I'm gonna preach for real. Here we go. All right. Worry is failure on credit. 90% of the things we worry about never happen.
Wow.
And the other 10% of things we worry about happen because we worried. Do not take thought of anything. Drive, run, go for it, because there's a script that's already been written. There's a path that has already been blazed. You're walking and it seems like the path runs out and you go, and you start worrying. And all it is a little light pops up to the left. Oh, there's the path. And you just turn left and you keep going. We worry about stuff that has already been fulfilled. It is finished.
Amen.
Oh, amen to that. Oh, and amen.
Amen and I tell you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Ooh, Lord. One preacher, now we get ready to roll over to another one. I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, now to be able to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Dream Chaser Manifesto themselves. Oh my God. You know, it all starts with a dream. Many of you guys dreamt and asked God to deliver you something, right? And now you are here. Now you are here with all of us. But it all begins, and it all began for a lot of us because of this power couple right here, Mr. and Mrs. Dream Chaser Manifesto themselves, who is helping literally people all over the world. And they are the founders of Wealth Builders. So we want to bring to the table, to the platform, our leaders, our mentors, Mr. and Mrs. Best. You have the floor, sir.
This is WBW News. Man, to Dr. Ron and Dr. David, man, you guys are so professional. I said, what am I watching? CNBC or CNN News? I said, man, look, what an incredible, I got to call it a show, man. What informative, what information. Man, this is better than anything on television right now, I'm going to tell you. And then after that, we go over to watch the Gospel Channel with Pastor Michael L. Dalco, and we get a sermon on that. Man, this morning, man, you guys, I don't know what to say. I'm going to say two things. I'm going to leave it alone. Okay? Appreciate the message very much. Welcome to the worldwide. What do we say? Oh. I don't know. I'm away from home. I don't know if Ms. Valerie Best tuned in this morning, and Alex and Gabe, but I'll be home in a minute. Thank you, Mr. Dalco, for that message. I believe we are in the right place at the right time, folks, and I'm so excited about today, so excited about what's going on. And thank you again to the Hollands. They sent me that message last week. I must have texted that thing out to about 500 people. It lit me up because it took me to a whole nother level of freedom that I didn't even understand. I thought freedom was just time and money. Freedom is time and money, and then absolute control of your money. Woo, that's another thought process. I'm done with that, man. Look, let me tell you guys something. Let me tell you how great this first 2 weeks has been. You know, I talk about Bitcoin. It's a Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin right now, Mr. Delco? About $19,000, I think $100. I checked this morning. It was $19,109 when I checked this morning. $19,109 this morning when I checked.
Yep, 19,144.
Please hear me out when I say this to you, and I say this humbly, and I say this thankful, grateful, and blessed. In this beautiful system that GS Potters have created, I've already earned more than one Bitcoin. I mean, when that thing hit the numbers keep changing. They go, one Bitcoin. I was like, whoa. Okay, that's incredible. And we don't even talk about the airdrops that I just acquired from Ethereum. And I mean, I lost count. Every time I get through and I just go hit 3 airdrops. I'm telling you this because don't think about, because you're here. I'm telling you where you're going and what's going to happen for you. I want you to see your future. Okay, we are the beginning. We are the leaders. There's 30,000 people. Now, that's a whole nother story in itself. 30,000 people enrolled in the program in 2 weeks in December. When Mr. Delco said you're blessed to be here, I'm going to emphasize that more and more. And by the way, Mr. Delco has blessed me with 10 minutes to speak to the whole world today, and I'm cranked up. Okay, on a whole lot of levels for a whole lot of reasons, because I see the fruits of people's labor. And I end with this. Saturday, it was said, we do not reap what we sow. We reap abundantly more than what we sow. This is harvest time, folks. Go get them. God bless. Ahoo.
Hey, Mr. Best, before you leave, let me tell the team something with you still on camera.
Sure.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a brand new company. All right. This is a brand new company. I'm going to say that the third time. This is a brand new company. Take all of your previous experiences and throw them away. They are past. They are previous. This is our new, brand new company. Why am I saying that? If you look at your back office right now, scrolling atop of the back office, it says G999 withdrawal is now available. Like literally those that were trying to send coins from one wallet to another to try to get nodes or whatever you're trying to do, it's available now. It wasn't supposed to be ready till tomorrow. They're under promising and over delivering. No more of that missing deadline stuff. Over. This is, as Dr. David was saying in his recap, it's faster. Everything is faster and smarter. We're in a technology commodities company on the blockchain. G999 can be moved from wallet to wallet right now.
Hey, Mr. That's incredible. I want to say something in reference to what you said about forget the past. What he said to you is so powerful. You need to forget your past for the past year, 2 years, 3 years. You need to forget the fact that you might have been in 3, 4 other opportunities before. You need to let that go. Do not judge your future on what you did in the past. And let me say one more thing I want to add to that, folks, please. And do not judge the next 2 weeks on the last 2 weeks. Woo! Now, that's really important for you to understand, because the last 2 weeks have been record-breaking, phenomenal. I mean, I've had some people call me excited about being paid 50 times, 100 times, 300 times. Please hear me. That was a soft launch. Do not judge what you're going to do the next 2 weeks based on what you've done the first 2 weeks. I want you to triple your vision for your business between now and January 1. I want you to triple the vision of what you expect to happen, if not quadruple that vision of what you expect to happen over the next 2 weeks, because we are in a technological age and things are happening so fast. We are doing business at the speed of thought. We're gone, folks. You cannot even judge what happened yesterday based on what's going to happen today. And tomorrow is going to blow your mind. Okay? And the next 2 weeks going to blow your mind. And January, February, March going to blow your mind. Especially those who are taking immediate action, massive action right now. Mr. Devil, thank you for those words, man. I wanted to get that out to everybody. Be on the call at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Everything we're doing here is a life-changing event. Oh, and by the way, one other piece. For those who have not seen, I texted out to about 500 people this morning. I Facebooked it to 200-300 people who have not seen Isaac Mateo's message on Your Stomach's Full. It is the most powerful 2-minute motivational message I've heard in 37 years. I mean that. That 2 minutes sums it up. If you're comfortable, it's because your stomach's full. If you're shy, it's because your stomach's full. If you don't want to do it, it's because your stomach's full. If you're too tired, it's because your stomach's full. Go hear that message and share it with your family. Share it with friends. God bless. Ahu.
Ahu. Thank you both so much. Thank you for driving this Wealth Builders organization. We appreciate you and love you so much. All right, guys, you guys have heard it. You've heard it right there from our senior leadership. So let's hear now from you. We have a few minutes here, and all you need to do is jump in the queue, raise your hand, and we will be able to connect here. So
I want to jump in the Christmas scene. That's what I want to do.
Whoa, I love it, Mr. Williams. I love it.
Why you want to jump in here?
Yes.
Look, how you gonna show up with shades on, future so bright? You got the snow in the background.
Oh, man.
Love the snow. You got the tree, you got the presents, and now GS Partners gives us the best present for the rest of our life. Folks, what are you gonna do with what you have in your hands now? I just pray, I declare, I strongly recommend, I admonish you, I beseech you to utilize the advantage that you have. Let your future be so bright, you have to wear shades all the time. I'm so elated, so thankful and grateful that I'm connected to. There you go. There you go. I'm so grateful and thankful that I'm connected to Wealth Builders Worldwide, who's connected to GS Partners, the Gold Standard Bank. And let me tell you, folks, you thought it was great for the last 7 years, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 years. Woo! Just run with us, launch with us, win with us, because it's gonna happen for you. Back to you, Dr. Hollins, all the way over the top.
And I decree and declare it done. In Jesus' name on here. You guys, amazing. Well,
hey, Miss Rhonda Hollins, I got it. I'm sorry. My man just saw it. I'm a little slow, guys. I'm 65 years old. I'm a little slow. Mr. Delco, I need you to interpret to me what you just said, because my mind started catching up, and you said that the G999 is available to do what with today?
Yeah, so it can be transferred wallet to wallet. Initially, the G999 goes live on the trading markets on the 15th. That means it's freely tradable for Bitcoin, for Ethereum, and I think maybe one other major. So there are people who have said, they want out of the project. They can trade their coins tomorrow in the live market. But there are people who are deeply entrenched in the project. They have some coins on this wallet, some on that one. They want to put them together so they could get the 750,000 and get a master node. You could do that right now. You can add those and put those coins together in one wallet and do whatever you need to do. If you want to send some coins to me, I'll put my wallet. Let me copy it and paste it right here in the chat room.
Wait a minute.
So it's freely transferable from one wallet to another right now.
Thank you. I'm working on my wallet to look like yours, Mr. Delco. Blessings. Thank you. All right. We have, let's see, Mr. Rodney Berger. Okay, my brother, come on in here.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We got you.
Hey, good morning. Well, what a wonderful call. I love it. Man, I love it. We stand back in. Fresh fire forever. That's Well Filtered Worldwide. And ladies and gentlemen, I got some exciting and congratulations here. These are, I guess, can we call them triple airdrops? Triple drops? I like that. Triple drops. We got some triple drops here, airdrops going on here. I want to congratulate again, this is in addition to what he's already done, Peter Marco Darcyk on his triple drops, April Johnson on her triple drops, and Cecil Brevet and Wendell Graham. Let's give them a big congratulations. Thank you so much. And back to you. Great call.
Thank you. Let me get a hand. I like what you said about the triple drops there. I want to give a shout out to Miss Ruby Robinson in Kansas and my mom, Cynthia Williams in Kansas, for getting their triple drops done as well. And there's so many on the team. If some of the Houston leadership wants to pop in here real quick, there's a lot of people, and I know all over the place that are dropping them. So hands off to, or hands. Thank you, Brother Rodney.
Dr. Rodney, we got so many people. We didn't announce all of them. And now, why'd you start that, Rodney Berger? We got so many people with master nodes that's ready to stay, drop. Are you kidding me?
That's right. That's right. Reverend Dowdy and his beautiful wife, Raynell, they have their master node in place. So we're just so grateful.
Dr. Brazel, Dr. Rosie Brazel and her husband, Reginald, they got their master nodes.
Absolutely. It's on. Let's say that. It's on. So next we're going to have Miss Deborah Nixon. Come on in, sis.
Good morning to those two doctors. I love you guys. You're awesome. Merry Christmas and good morning, G999. This is a merry holiday season for all of us that are taking this information and applying it to our business. I want to real quick just say, when it comes to us growing and us being where we are in this place and time, I remember before the first, Mr. Best said, listen to me, do what we're showing you to do. And you're going to have a new story to tell the first of 2021. And boy, Mr. Best, you couldn't have said that any better. We have so much activity going on our team. We have master nodes, we have stakings. We're just phenomenally growing. And I want to thank this leadership. It's amazing. Remember something, everyone who's hearing me. The only way you can lose in this opportunity is if you give up on your dream. Boom. Ooh.
Ooh. And that is right on point. Right on point. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for joining us. Okay. And next, I'm going to give a hand clap and ooh at the end because we want to try to get as many people in as we can today. Galaxy S10e, you are live. Welcome to the platform. You might have to unmute yourself. Galaxy S10e. Okay. Okay, we're going to keep it moving. See if you can jump back in, okay? And here's our brother right here, Minister of Fun. Boy, I tell you, come on into the platform.
Good morning, Hollins family. Can you guys hear me okay?
We got you, brother.
Ooh, we got you.
Head and not the tail. Lender, not the borrower. On top and not beneath. We got to remember, God is not waiting for us to do things. As Mr. Dalco said, this stuff is preset. All we got to do is walk into it. For those of you that still work jobs, some of you, that's going to change.
I'm sorry, unmute yourself again. That might have been me.
Okay, where you lose me? Where I cut off at?
Some of you that have work jobs, that's going to change.
Oh yeah, I was saying at that point, I've never seen kings and queens working in each other's fields. Our time is now. Fellow millionaires, I appreciate all y'all doing. I see them numbers running every minute, every hour. It's crazy. Thanks for all the leadership doing, the moderators. Ow, ow, ow.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right, now we're going to keep it rolling. Gallery S10 is back. Let's see if we can get you this time. Might have to unmute yourself. Okay, I'm sorry, we can't get you this time. So we're going to keep it moving to the gold man. He is in the house this morning. You got it, brother.
It's the gold man, gold man. Yeah, that's me. What a great call, what a great call. The two doctors always coming to kill the game. Y'all stirring a fire today. Only thing I can say is last one to $1 million is a rotten egg. Oh, I'm out of here.
We on your track. All right, Mr. Roderick Joe, come on in. Welcome to the platform.
Shalom, Dr. David, Rhonda Hollins. What was Worldwide Family? This is Roderick Joe calling out of Arlington, Texas. For being a little more voice, an amazing call. Let's go get it.
Thank you for being on the platform. Awesome. All right, and phone number here, area code 254, ending in 9355. Welcome to the platform. You'll have to unmute yourself.
Oh, yes, we are here. Is it Christmas check? What's going on, y'all? Hey, this is Tim and Linda, known as Taruk and Otetiani. Hey, I got to call you, Mike. My master knows stop. But anyway, I'm going to talk to y'all later on that. But we are in the greatest space we could ever be in right now. With all this positive vibration, we should make this work for everybody. So, hey, let's tell everybody and have a great golden time. And apparently, women of wealth builders are going to be the ladies in red. That's what I said.
Hey, real quick, Dr. Rhonda, just so everybody doesn't start calling me on your master nodes, just let me put it out here. That technology is over my head, straight up. That's not something I know, Mike. Thanks, man. But get back with the person that set your master node up and let them know that. I think it's something like you have to reset your server. You have to restart your server. All right, so get back with the person that set that up for you, and they should be able to help you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, we will keep it rolling here with Rashida Wan. Welcome to the platform.
Good morning, Dr. Hollins, Mr. Dr. Hollins, and Big Pill. They got me pulled out my shades too. You can't see them, but I got on my little blinky shades. I want to say good morning to all wealth builders. I'm congratulating everyone on all their achievements. I want to congratulate my team member, Miss Lakeisha Carpenter. Her husband got her 3 drops. And I'm so proud of her and so happy for them. We had a Zoom yesterday that it was awesome. I appreciate everyone who came out, and everyone have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much. And congratulations to all of those members. Thank you. I'll do my congratulations all at the end here. Miss Sharon Vicks, my sister, come on in.
Good morning to those two doctors. What an inspirational call this morning. And I'm just so full of emotions right now. 1 minute I'm happy, 1 minute I'm so excited, 1 minute I'm nervous. This has been an amazing journey for us. And I thank you guys from the bottom of our heart, because had it not been for the leaders of Wealth Builders Worldwide, my husband and I would be so confused with this, because we didn't know a Bitcoin from any kind of coin. And we are so blessed to be here today to experience this opportunity. Everyone have a golden day. Ooh, and back to you.
Ooh, thank you so much for that. David, were you saying something?
No, just ooh.
Ooh, okay, all right. Next one up, area code 202, ending in 2028. You can unmute yourself. All righty. Okay, maybe you can pop back in, okay? Wendell, you are next. Welcome to the platform.
Good morning, Dr. Hollins. Can you hear me?
We got you. Good morning.
Great. Good morning, Dr. David and Rhonda Hollins. This was an awesome pre-call. And I have to say, both of you looking great. Mr. Dunker just really light this place on fire. And then Mr. Best came and he just blew it out of, blew it throughout the whole world. Let me just go ahead and thank those who have joined my team, Sherwayne and Elisa and Orville. Unfortunately, they have been still trying to get their package, but I would like to congratulate Cecil, who has bought 4 packages, and 2 of his guys, Mr. Thorpe and Mr. Brian and someone else had gotten packages, and Winsome Hurd had gotten her triple package last night. I want to congratulate them and thank them for coming on board with the greatest business ever. God bless you. And listen, we are destined for greatness. We are going to go out in December rich. I declare that. I woke up and I have more money in my Bitcoin. I'm like, listen, man, I'm getting paid while I'm sleeping. I love
Absolutely. Absolutely. Ooh, that's amazing. All right, it's here, Rose Hinton. And we'll keep it, if you can, to 15 seconds for the next few so we can get everybody in. You're live.
Good morning, those 2 doctors. This has been a fantastic, amazing call. Thank you so much for your wisdom, knowledge, and experience in this business. I gain so much knowledge every time you guys are on this call. And I was so elated to plug in this morning and find that you were on the call. So I really, truly enjoy your commentary. The pre-call was amazing. I just want to thank my team. I am building, God is building a fantastic team here in Sacramento, California, and it's expanding out to Baltimore. So I want to shout out to my triple dropper, Mr. JP Kitty. I want to shout out to my other sister that's on track, Constant Adams. To myself, that's also a triple dropper as well. So I am on track, team, taking out blessings by force. We are in the house and we mean business in 2021.
Congratulations to everyone. Let's keep it moving here. Thank you so much. Wanda Pickney, you have the floor. Welcome. You have to unmute yourself. Wanda, are you there? Okay. All right. Mr. Christopher Schaube, come on in. You have the floor. Welcome.
Golden morning to the 2 doctors. Mr. 5 and 5, Christopher Schaube, calling live from Largo, Maryland. All I have to say is anybody who thinks this is a game, they just don't get it. Stop wasting your time. Everybody, let's go one day at a time. One asset at a time, one person at a time. Let's go.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. You got it. It's not a game. Miss Rhonda Gail Turner, come on in, my sis. Welcome to the platform.
Greetings to my namesake, Dr. Rhonda, and to the giant slayer, Dr. David. HIU to you. Hi, I'm just lending my voice to the call, and I just want everybody to know that every seed has a harvest. So don't focus on the seed, because before any harvest come, the seed must die. So everybody have a very profitable, lucrative, productive, income producing day.
And amen to that one. All right. Mr. Eric Perkins, you have the floor. Welcome.
Welcome and great and golden morning to the doctors. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Representing Team Success here in Memphis, Tennessee. That was an awesome pre-call this morning. I am so motivated now. I mean, it's not even real. Actually, I was texting people as you all were talking. I'm fired up. I want to get this thing going. In 2021, I will be retiring from working in these hot warehouses, and I'm going to be wealthy and rich. I'm calling out rich in 2021. Ah-ooh.
Ah-ooh.
Amen to that one. Ah-ooh. Ah-ooh. Thank you so much. We have room for just a couple of more. Mr. James Humphreys, you have the floor. Welcome. You have to unmute. James Humphreys. All right, we'll take our last one here. Miss Beverly Elliott Butcher. You have the floor.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Blessings to everyone. I too am like the other couple. I didn't know, I'm not, haven't been financial savvy, I'm growing. But I prayed a prayer some time ago and I said to the Lord, I want you, I noticed that in the scripture that when they got ready to build that big temple, that they surround themselves with skillful craftsmen. So I prayed that prayer too. I said, Lord, I want you to surround me. I don't know these things, but surround me with those who do know, skillful craftsmen and people and leaders and mentors. And that's what he has done. And so I moved by faith. And that's when I got in and have my master node and the other things that are coming along. So thank you.
Right. Congratulations. Congratulations. That's it. Okay. Well, that's going to end that part for now. And here's the end back for everybody. Did y'all hear that? Yes, ma'am. All right. So with that, we thank everybody for their participation there. And a little bit of support that you guys all know. And I'm going to keep that moving. But if you're brand new on here, get a snapshot of the person that invited you here. And the person you will be connecting with will give you more information on that. We have something going on 7 days a week. And the main thing is you have a family you can plug into, knowledgeable, and will help you in whatever areas you need. So we do have another presentation this evening, but we are also getting ready for our pre-launch this afternoon. And I'll share a little more with that shortly here, okay? All right, and there it is. Pre-launch debut this afternoon, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you make sure that in your time zone, you don't want to
Yeah, definitely.
and have to get back to the person that invited you to share that. There you go. All right. Just hours away. So closing remarks, please, from our senior leadership, Mr. Dalco.
Phenomenal call. So sorry, over here working, trying to approve these people in this Facebook group. Definitely join the Facebook group, GS Partners Global. GS Partners Global. Look that up and join. When you log into your back office, as a matter of fact, you don't have to look it up. Right up in the top right-hand corner, there's a little Facebook icon. Click on that and join the Facebook group. We will be streaming the event live inside the group today. So every time you sign up a new member, make sure they go there, join the group. It'll help. Oh, this is what I was going to say. That just reminded me. I reminded my own self. Okay. Listen to this. A little bit of training right here. 60-second millionaire training. Here you go. Try your best. Oh, man, I almost don't want to tell y'all this because it sounds like I'm trying to be a boss. Try your best not to be in charge. Okay. To the degree that you can drive everything to the main nucleus, you're going to make so much more money and have so much more success, and your team is going to grow so much faster. When you have to do everything on your quote unquote team, you're going to limit your growth. The game is sign up a person, plug them into our Telegram group, plug them into our Facebook group, plug them into GS Partners Facebook group, forward every text message that you get from your upline straight through, and throw your hands up like this or like this, because you're going to start having to catch a bunch of money coming in. When you, look, I'm telling y'all, when you have to have your little special Zoom for your little special leaders and your little special top 10, And then you got to set up your training, and you got to get the slides, and you got to put your signature on it, and you got to change the color of it, and you got to make it with your own team logo. The more you do that, the smaller it's like putting a box around your growth. Boy, when you, as Mr. Best says, organize chaos, when you sign them up, introduce them to an upline, plug them into the partners group, and get out of the way, the faster you can get out of the way, the faster you're going to grow. The more you try to, okay, I'm putting you on my text blast. Now we're going to have our special meeting 30 minutes before the real meeting. Man, you hurting yourself. Oh, I've been talking about this for 5 years. I still don't have a team name. Nothing wrong with team names. It's just team names don't grow as fast as people without one. Team names do not grow as fast as people without. Ty Best doesn't have a team name. We have a group called Wealth Builders Worldwide, but he doesn't have the best team. I'm not throwing off on your team names. Oh my gosh. Don't envy this position, guys. I'm just trying to tell you what I know. Get out of the way, not in the way. Oh, y'all come to me. I got some people on our team that they actually manage the accounts for other people on their team. Don't do that. Teach them how to do it. It's not that hard. We are all are senior citizens on this platform today, except for Wandalin and Tanisha. We're all senior citizens. We're doing it. Don't pull people. Teach people. Each one teach 100. Each one teach 100. Right. Let's go. Back to you, Mr. Dr. Rhonda.
Amen. Amen. That's all I can say to that.
Ooh.
We're trying to move with speed, and that's how you do it. Move with speed. You said it, Mr. Delco. All ears, all ears. Mr. Best, over to you, sir.
I'm gonna echo something Mr. Delco said. I'm gonna say it a little different way. I heard a long time ago, it says, in this business, if you don't care who gets the credit, I'm gonna say it real slow. If you don't care who gets the credit, and in parentheses, I'm gonna put, for your success or your team's success, you're gonna get rich. If you don't care who gets the credit, you're gonna get rich. Plug your people, your team, that's even your team, but plug the folks that you're in business with into the whole system and let the whole system build your team. And I'm gonna tell you something, when you hit 10 to 20,000 people on your organization, you're gonna understand what I'm saying. You gotta get 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people on your team to understand, oh my God, and you'll find yourself every day saying, to God be the glory, because this is what it's all about. It's not about you getting credit. It's about empowering people to see a vision and a dream for themselves and helping them get that thing. And the more you help people get what they want, their dreams, the more it frees you. God bless Dr. Hollins, Dr. Rhonda Hollins, Dr. David Hollins, those two doctors. What an awesome Monday morning way to kick off Monday, launch day. God bless. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, both of you. And the whole thing is servant leadership. Y'all got that? Servant leadership. Do it and help others to do it. Amen. Anything final, Dr. David? We're a minute from the top of the hour, and we got the presentation standing right here, ready to go.
We're ready to go. We're just excited. I want people to just make sure you don't miss today, like Mr. Delco said. And Rhonda, go ahead, close it out. We're going to be right back.
All right, we are good. So I'm going to stop the share from here. And ladies and gentlemen, if you have any new people that we can certainly invite to the presentation, we're going to kick it off and get started right now. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for all of your comments.